And hello, welcome back to the Painted Mini. My name is Travis, and today's been a day. As I was going through that and kind of painting a little bit, another box arrived, and to be honest with you, I do not remember what this one is. It's from Quartermaster, as most boxes are these days from Kickstarter and otherwise. So I thought I'd do another unboxing since I had all the cameras set up and everything. So here we go. We'll figure out what it is. This is a bigger box than the other one. I really can't think. There are a couple big Kickstarters I'm waiting on, but I don't think they're anywhere near being delivered. Oh, okay. I do know what this is. I didn't think it was going to be here this fast. Okay, so let's take a look. We have Quartermasters, which are pretty good about their packaging. This is Sorcery, a collectible card game of sorts. This guy went in really hard, did a beautiful production, was really focused on art, which I think is what drew me in. I'm not one to jump into a collectible card game, especially a new one, because they tend not to last long. But he didn't seem too concerned with the longevity of the game and it being this sort of for-profit golden egg laying collectible card game. He wanted to just create a cool game, package it up, do some booster boxes, and release it. And he did. So I jumped right on it. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Sorcery Contested Realm. This one is the 4 elements, which I think, if I remember correctly, these are pre-made decks. And then this is just a booster box. Very cool. A pledge pack. So it's probably just some bonus content. But let's start with the mat. We have a giant mat. It's two-sided, you can see, for 2 players. Pull the thing out. It was folded in the box, of course. Not the best, but I wish everybody would just send mats separately in tubes. But I imagine the shipping on that would be pretty high. So hopefully it's not too bad. They're like hard creases. Very cool. It's very almost like a impressionistic art piece here. This is funny, the way that they've mirrored the 2 sides. It looks like one of the cosmological illustrations from the old alchemist guides and things. All right, and here we have an Eric's Curioso game, Sorcery Contested Realm. Okay. And this is from Danforth. I think you can see that pretty well. Colors seem to be reading right. Very cool. Let's just look at some of the cards. I might need to go ahead and change my lens here, come up with something that zooms in a little bit more, but we'll see when I get there. I'm going to go ahead, these are pre-constructed decks, so I'm going to go ahead and go through those, and I'll probably save the booster packs for myself. I just can't imagine the endeavor of putting together a collectible card game. You'd have to be pretty well read on what's already out there. Of course, you have Magic the Gathering, you have the Yu-Gi-Ohs, you have the you know, the classics. And then you have, look at this, some nice security features there. Void. The puzzle of Flesh and Blood is in figuring out how to best use those 4 cards for that turn. So there's a ton of decisions in deck building itself and how you're using the deck, but you have these little micro turns where it sort of limits you in a good way to what you're able to do. But there's still just so much strategy and how you use those 4 cards. Okay. And of course, I usually don't go and read up on the games that I kickstart. I don't learn all the rules of everything. Every now and then I do, but usually I kind of like to be surprised. I don't like to really learn a game until I have it in front of me. These are tiny, tiny little cards. Oh my god. Imagine these might be like tokens in Magic lingo. Let's see if I can even open these. Who makes these things? Look at this. Tiny, tiny cards. So, ordinary mortals, March 4th. Farewell, farewell, O warrior brave. Nobody can from death thee save. Again, cool art. Yep, it's a token. So the tokens are tiny. Yeah, foot soldier tokens. I got some frog tokens. Ooh, these are cool. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and switch my lens since I'm looking at cards now. And so far, I've just opened the 4 elements, which are the pre-generated, pre-constructed decks. I apologize, I've got paint on my hands because I was painting when this package was delivered. These are the tokens, little tiny guys. So let's see here. Whoop. On the back, they just say token. We have foot soldiers. Ordinary mortals, March 4th. We have frogs. We have conditional things. This is something is burned. And then something is flooded. You can see the horse hanging there, buddy. All right. These are so little. Oh my god. I'd rather just use little chits. Okay. Let's see what else we have here as part of the... here we have Rubble. A barren site, demolished and destroyed, provides no mana. Beautiful watercolor art for that one. By Jeff A. Mangus. So that's 3 of these. These are all just Rubble. So we have our tokens. We have our Rubble. Let's go ahead and look at these decks. So we have 4 decks. We have, and again, these came in this nice box here. It's a good box. It's solid, reusable. 4 elements. Okay, the tokens should have come in a better little bag. Because you do need something to hold them in, and this bag is not going to last. But okay. So this is the air deck. Let's see. It says harness the knowledge and power of air. Contains a starter deck for a single player, 1 avatar, 16 atlas, and 36 spellbook cards. Let's go ahead and open it up. Snag that funny. Okay, a little rough on the opening there. That's my bad. I love the matte finish on these cards. There's a spacer in here. Okay, let's take a look. So these are Atlas cards, which are the locations used in the game. We got Bottomless Pit. Whenever a non-airborne minion enters the site, kill it. Wow. Okay. Let me see what other locations we have before I get into all these spell cards, character cards. Okay, here's some more. We have the Lost Tower, or I'm sorry, Lone Tower, an ordinary site of introspection. Genesis, if this is the only lone tower you control, gain 1 this turn. Also have the Dark Tower, an ordinary site of contemplation. If this is the only dark tower you control, gain 1 this turn. And then we have Gothic Tower. Looks like there are 4 of each of these. If this is the only Gothic you control, gain 1 this turn. And then we have the Updraft Ridge, an exceptional site of singing tailwinds. Airborne minions atop Updraft Ridge have movement +1. Very thematic, very cool. An exceptional site of narrow passage. Minions can enter the mountain pass on the ground if there's already a minion atop. Oh, I'm sorry. Minions can't enter this site on the ground if there's already a minion atop. Okay. It's a very narrow passage. Okay, then we have the Observatory, an elite site of destinies deciphered. Genesis, look at your next 3 spells, put them back in any order. Again, very thematic for an observatory. We have the single card of this one as well. It's Cloud City. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay, so Cloud City. A unique site, aloft and ever fleeting. Once on your turn, the site may fly to a nearby void. Oh, cool. So it does fly around. Okay, these are all locations. And then we have, let's kind of just go through these cards. This is the Avatar of Air. So that's your avatar for the deck. If you tap it, you play or draw a site. Once on your turn, if you occupy an air site, you may fly a unit atop it to a nearby site. We have Lightning Bolt. Deal 3 damage to a random unit at target location. And that is a spell. Let me see if all of these are... Yep, so all of these regular deck cards are spellbook cards. So 3 Lightning Bolts. We have Chain Lightning. Very dark art. You can make it out. It says deal 2 damage to a target unit nearby any number of times. You may spend 2 to additionally target a new unit nearby the previous one. So you can chain it up as long as you're willing to pay. You also have Thunderstorm. At the end of your turn, deal 3 damage to a random unit atop affected sites. Then you may move Thunderstorm 1 step. After it deals damage 3 times, dispel it. We have the Apprentice Wizard here. Spellcaster, Genesis, draw a spell. We have the Grand Master Wizard. Genesis, draw 3 spells. And we have Blink. An ally teleports to a location that's nearby. Draw an ally. Sorry. An ally teleports to a location that's nearby. Draw a card. The Waypoint Portal. We have Cloud Spirit. We have a Spectral Stalker, Voidwalk. Very cool. That of Night Demon. The Headless Haunt. Snow Leopard. Plumed Pegasus. Gyre Hippogriffs. Spire Lich. Kite Archer. We have a Roaming Monster. Midnight Rogue. Peregrine Apparition. Sling Pixies. Airborne Range. Take no damage from units with 4 or more power. Wow. Oh, that's cool art. Skirmishers of Mu. There's lots of ranged attack in this deck. Nimbus Gen. Discard a spell. Deal 3 damage to another random unit here. It's a Nightmare. The Devil's Egg. And Doomsday Device. A unique device of mutually assured destruction. Doomsday Device enters the realm with 6 counters. At the end of each player's turn, remove a counter. When the last is removed, it detonates. Deals damage to each unit at affected locations. We have Cloud Spirit. I think I already showed that one. Okay. So that's the air deck. Let's go ahead and do the fire deck. See if I can be a little more careful with this one when I open it. It's because of that spacer in there. It's hard to pop that out. There it is. Okay. And just this is the little rule book. It's kind of nice that it's concise, but they didn't try to print it smaller to where you wouldn't be able to read anything. I don't like it when they try to print these instruction books that'll fit in the card deck. This looks pretty good. Lots of examples. Terms and keywords. So this is probably only literally a couple of pages. You can do this on a 1 page easily. All right, so let's take a look at the fire deck. We have the Avatar of Fire. Their fire salamander around her neck. We have an ancient dragon. There we go. Very cool. Love the color palette in that one. We have colicky dragonettes. Colicky dragonettes. If you've been a parent, you fear these. We have Incinerate. Deal 4 damage to each other unit at target location near the caster or an allied dragon. Okay, we have Firebolts. Cool art again. Heat Ray. Very cool. Fireball. Aww. Minor Explosion. Major Explosion. Wildfire. I don't know if you can really tell, but there's very much a matte finish to the cards, which I kind of like. We have Blaze. We have Quarrelsome Kobolds. Those are classic kobolds, none of these weird newer things. Okay, we have Sacred Scarabs. Deal 3 damage to each unit here. We have Rubble Dromedary. An ordinary and superbly indifferent beast. All right. We have Indy's favorite, the Pit Vipers. Not just ogres, but ogre goons. Grok, grok, me find rock. What rock do? It sit there. Kudos for flavor text. We have the Clamor of Harpies. We have the Hillock Basilisk. Bull Demons of Adun. The Petrosian Cavalry. Rimland Nomads. We have the Wayfaring Pilgrim. Doomsday Prophet. Shai Halud, the Sandworm. Not Will-o'-the-Wisp, this is Wills-o'-the-Wisp. Infernal Legion. Drums of Doom. And now we have some locations. Let's take a look at those. We have the Red Desert. That's a beautiful card. We have Remote Desert. We have the Arid Desert. Shifting Sands. Nice lighting effect here. We have Standing Stones. We have Vesuvius. We have the River of Flame. And we have the Cornerstone. You may play the site to one of your corners. Okay. So that is the fire deck. All right, let's take a look at the next one. It's going to be the water deck. Manipulate with the charm and trickery of water. Actually, I kind of like to do, let's do the land cards first. All right, first we have a spring river. Look at your next spell. You may put it on the bottom of your spell book. We have Summer River. Look at your next spell. You may put it on the bottom of your spell book. And Autumn River, same ability. We have Undertow, an exceptional sight of strong undercurrents. Staying within the body of water, move target unit 1 step. So that one is a little underwater shot. We have a floodplain. Once on your turn, you may flood an adjacent site this turn. Remember, we had tokens that created a flooded game state. All right, we have a Tadpole Pool. Genesis summoned 3 submerged frog tokens here. Ooh. So it's like Charbdus. Okay, we have Maelstrom. You may pull in each minion in this body of water 1 step. And then we have an Island Leviathan. Okay. We have the Avatar for water. Avatar, the way of water. It says tap to play or draw a site, and then tap flood a site adjacent to your body of water until you do so again. You may teleport there. Okay. We have the Diluvian Kraken. Unland Angler, the anglerfish. These have a submerge keyword. We have Guile Sirens. Draws your enemies toward them, that's cool. Tide Naiads. Deep Sea Mermaids. Draw your bottommost spell. That's cool because the rivers, I think, let you put things on the bottom of your deck. +1 power for each site in her body of water. Got Mother Nature. Swan Maidens. Swamp Buffalo. Coral Reef Kelpie. Polar Bears. Can move as if the top and bottom edges of the realm were connected. Oh, that's cool. We have Sedge Crabs. Can only move themselves sideways. Megamoeba. Oh, goodness, it's a blob. Megamoeba moves by extending a single pseudopod from any part of itself. It occupies all locations it has ever occupied and has +1 power for each. We have the Brodingnag Bullfrog. We have the Sea Serpents. Ooh, cool pick of Pirate Ship. An ordinary ship of mortal scum. We have the Marine Voyage. The Dodge Roll. Maybe cast when an ally is attacked. Ooh, very cool art. Drown. We have Frost Nova. We have an Ice Lance. Riptide. Upwelling. We have a flood. Wrath of the Sea. Very cool pick. And Sunken Treasure. All right. That is the water deck. All right. This is the earth deck. Roll with the dependable strength of earth. This art is so cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll start with the landscape cards again. This is the last pre-constructed deck. We have a rustic village. It says you may pay one to summon a foot soldier token here. We have the humble village, which has the same ability. We have a simple village. Check my focus real quick. There we go. We have holy ground. It says each nearby avatar heals 3 life. We have vantage hills, so any ranged units atop the hills get +1 range. And we have a quagmire. Units occupying nearby sites are immobile until your next turn. Set those aside. And here is the avatar of Earth. You have +1 power for each nearby Earth site. All right, check this out. We have King of the Realm. Other mortals have +1 power. You control all mortals. Sounds like Dane's ability in the Lord of the Rings card game. Queen of Midland. Unique mortal, comely and covetous. She allows card draw. We have the Midland Army. We have Land Surveyor. Let you draw a site. We have House Arn Bannerman. Scent Hounds. Nearby enemies permanently lose stealth. We have some bowmen with ranged attacks. We have Frontier Settlers. Wild Boars. Oh, cool card. Look at the size of our Amazon warriors. We have Autumn Unicorn. We have Cave Trolls. We have Pudge Butcher, which throws this hook weapon and reels enemies in. There's a Mountain Giant. Occupies 4 locations. Gorgons. We have a Raytinus Titan. We have Overpower. Berry. Earthquake. Entangle Terrain, Craterize, Siege Ballista, Screaming Skull, and the Spear of Destiny. Throw Spear of Destiny at any minion anywhere. It teleports that minion's location and kills it. Whew, okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to open up one booster pack. And then I'm going to have to learn how to play this game. All right, so this is a booster pack. Contains 15 trading cards. It says an old school fantasy card game for players with a rich imagination, tactical nerve, and an appreciation for hand-painted art. All right. See if it has good card smell. All right, let's start out with the Atlas card. We have another Arid Desert. And is that, it looks like we're going to get 3 Atlas per pack, maybe. We have the Watchtower. I don't think we have that one yet. Enemy units atop nearby sites permanently lose stealth. And then we also have Bedrock. Can't be moved, destroyed, or modified. Okay. And let's look at the cards. We have Minecraft Madness. Oh, I'm sorry. Minecart Madness. A rickety riot of exceptional magic. This turn, your units can move between any sites in a chosen span of lands as if they were adjacent. Useful. We have Assorted Animals. Elite Magic of Motley Menagerie. Search your spellbook for different beasts with a combined mana cost of X or less, reveal them, and put them in your hand. Shuffle your spellbook. All right, we have Azurage Caravan. Has all elements and minion types. We have the Ice Lance. This one looks like it is different than the ones before. Maybe just the coloring. I don't remember it being blue like that. You have Heat Ray. I like that the text is pretty simple in all of these. That way it allows them to feature the art, and you know, all the cards are full bleed. It's kind of nice. Entangled Terrain. We've seen that one. Teleport. Teleport an ally to the surface of target site. More Scent Hounds. Highland Clansman. Charge. Ooh, we have Scourge Zombies. Whenever an allied mortal dies on land, you may summon Scourge Zombies from your cemetery to its location tapped. More Petrosian Cavalry. And another pirate ship. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do for today. Again, we just opened up all of the pre-built elemental decks. So we have the fire, water, air, earth all ready to go against each other. Oop, can't see that one. And I think that'll do. Thank you for joining me. If you hit like and subscribe, I'll keep throwing stuff at you. What I'm actually working on currently, I'm in the middle of Core Space. We're painting up the minis. We just pretty much finished the painting. I'm going to do basically a rule how to play video, and then we're going to play some games. But it's an awesome game, so go look it up, check it out, come back and watch my videos if you just want some ideas on quick paint jobs. And then we'll be ready to play soon, so you can jump in and join us for that. Thank you, and you guys take care. Bye-bye.